1823 Ward. The roof is pretty good. I'm going to get rid of these bushes. Bushes over there. House needs power washed. This tree in the front yard it's mostly dead. That's dead, that's dead. There's like branches hanging out, just like loose. Like that one there is just ready to fall off. So at the very least, we need to cut a bunch of dead limbs off before they fall on somebody. These gnarly things, I think we just get rid of them. There's 3. That satellite dish can come off the roof, be thrown out, patch the shingles. There's some extra wires out here too, but there's peeling wood around the windows, peeling paint on the wood around the windows. This garage door, it's been pretty smashed here. Might be okay, but we might have to replace this bottom panel. Some of this trim on the garage needs replaced. Corner piece on the garage needs replaced on the siding. All this vegetation around here needs to go a long way along the house. I'm not sure what this thing is, but it needs to go away, this metal thing. I think we get rid of this ramp. It's pretty rotted on the top. Just get rid of it, put a couple steps in there. That's what I say. There's peeling paint on the roof structure here. Needs to be scraped and dealt with. This gutter is high there, low there, and it needs to be the other way. So the gutter needs to be shortened to get away from that, to get out on this side of the drip edge, and so it can go up, because it needs to empty out of that downspout right there. This stuff needs all cleaned up. It's probably a tree that used to be here. There's boards here on the deck that need to be screwed down. We need a new PVC board under that door. There are wires up here. Boy, I bet that's power. This thing can go away, this dangling thing. Wind chime without chimes. I don't know if this is live. If it is, maybe put a light fixture on it. That pipe, the conduit, I replaced that light fixture. I bet. I bet that conduit powers the garage. So this over here probably needs to be, that needs to be put in a junction box, that wire. That thermometer can come off the wall. Cut back all of this brush back here. Just cut it all down. Clean out that back there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that bush. Get rid of this vine. Pull it off the building. Cut it down. All right, this is inside the garage. And I kind of think that this drywall should come out of here. There's like mold. There's like mold on it. This place had a significant termite infestation. You can see it here. You can see all the dust here. I kind of wonder if there's still, I mean, there's piles of it there. Is there stuff still inside this wall? I mean, the stuff's just moldy. I think we need to pull this drywall out of here, throw it away, expose the wood so we can make sure there's nothing that's going to cause this to fall down, because I mean that's wrecked. I mean, you can see the wood's like folded there. This over here, I mean, it's just destroyed. Yeah. It's like all kinds of materials underneath there. I guess we just leave that alone. But my opinion is the drywall should come out because it's moldy in that room, kind of gross. It's in rough shape. It's got to be that electrical for here coming through that floor or through that conduit. I mean, there's termite bait stations around. I mean, this door needs to be taken care of. Some of the wood's rotted. Probably should replace that brick molding. Yeah, right there it is. PVC brick molding. Can't get in this door. Get rid of that weed tree. That clogged right there. That downspout has got to be unclogged. I'll probably take this board off of here. The railing needs scraped and painted. All this is all vines on here. The ground that needs to be killed, pulled out. There's a board all the way there. Around that needs to come down. That was the roof thing on here that came down, I believe, this winter. More paint to scrape, repaint. Yeah, termite bait stations probably need to be refilled. We can order those. Yeah, all this ground vine cover needs to come out and be killed. That weed tree there, these vines off of this. All the stuff around that the AC compressor. It looks like animals have urinated on it, but it's certainly not breathing. Without these things, vines all over it. Fins are damaged. That needs cleaned up, taken care of. The cover is off. Back here, that needs put back on the AC. After all the vines are cleared out. The exposed wires here on the disconnect. This thing can go away. The telephone network interface box, and these wires can be cut off up there, down here. Yes, it's a ground wire, can be removed. Okay, smells pretty awful in here. Carpet needs replaced. Stuff needs removed off the walls. Lines need replaced. There's a bunch of tape along the wall here. Not sure why that is, but it's all wet up in that corner. So there's something leaking outside in the corner of the house. Oof. That sounds pretty awful. That fan needs to be replaced. Light fixture's all rusty, got to be replaced. This wooden thing needs to be replaced. This medicine cabinet. Get it out of here, put a new, just a mirror. So the surround was refinished. The tub might have been refinished also, but it's not in bad shape. Tub just needs to be cleaned up. Remove the caulk. Yeah, this has a hole in it. Actually, it's a nail that came through, I believe, probably from the other side. So, unfortunately, this around is toast. So, I mean, I guess we could probably, well, we could probably do something like a Bondo patch there with some finish, but it's never, we can't match. This is not very light. It will never match. Plus, it's peeling all over the place, so probably better off just replacing it. I don't know about this floor in here. It's coming apart. It looks like the toilet. This floor is definitely sinking next to the toilet, so the subfloor needs to be repaired. Andy's in rough shape. Probably should replace it. Oof. Man, that light's not coming on for some reason. Carpet's bad news. There's a new door slab here. Sure would look nice to paint all of the trim. I mean, it's not in like terrible condition, except for the finish. And so if it was kind of cleaned up and painted, I think it would look a lot nicer. You know, we're gonna put our LVP down in the hall and stuff, so it's gonna have quarter round on it anyways. That will need painted, so this door needs replaced. New 2-panel door slab. You can get the Mission style from Home Depot. This will somewhat resemble this because it's got a flat panel on it, not recessed. Man, these windows were not. Of course, yeah, they just are. Like sticking inside the room. They should have been installed differently. Probably had Ray do it. This door's busted too, so one of those door slabs. Yep, I think we just paint the trim. 2 doors trim. That's a 3rd door slab. Or is it 4th? 3rd. No. This one. Well, you could fix this with Bondo. It's been scratched up by dogs. It's repairable. Paint it. The door's not busted itself. The jam's a little busted. Needs to be, squeeze some glue in there. Put some screws, some of those finish head screws in here. After you take the casing off, put screws in the jam to put the casing back on. This room does not have a closet. So, do we need to put something in here like a wardrobe make it a bedroom. Or do we just call it a bedroom anyways? Not sure. This thing works. But these louvers are disgusting. They need to be scrubbed. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Where do we have lights in here? All right, so the only light in here is only by this back door. So we need to put some sort of a remote switch over here so people can walk in and turn the light on. This gas range is burned the snot out of this counter. So what's that? Range hood. Dang it. Put my head. Yep. We can't change it to electric. Well, we can, but that takes some doing. But yeah, that's all burned up on the counter, and it will continue to be burned up. So, cabinets themselves are not in bad shape. They're newer. But yeah, I don't know why they put those all the way up to the ceiling. But they did. So, I'm not sure what we do with that counter, but it's pretty bad. I'm not sure where the panel is to bring a wire through the crawl space. I know we've been in this crawl space before. There's no power. It looks like there's no power in this corner for the fridge. So you got that. They've been plugging into there. Actually, I think they had it over there in front of that door. So we probably need to get a plug in here for that. For that fridge. Ooh, here's the panel. Yeah, good luck. Well, we could go up into the attic from here. So drop ceiling here. We could get up into the attic over into here and drop a wire down if we want to just make that an electric stove. It's a ground rod. So much place for it. Weather stripping. This is the concrete, but then there's a wood. I bet that's access to the crawl space. So, well, this needs cleaned out. I'm sure it's awful. That vent needs replaced. We have insulation back there to get out of here. There's carpet in here to get rid of. Gaps there. I don't know where they go, but hopefully it's not open to the crawl space. If it is, we need to check, and if we need to close it off, back down there at the bottom of the wall. We can get rid of that thing off the wall, the clothesline thing. Change the light fixture. Actually, this thing right here is touching that fan. That needs to go away. I think we need to just get rid of this cabinet right here. It's basically touching that heat exhaust vent. And that looks like it needs some sealant around it. The flue where it goes into the chimney for the water heater. Yeah, I think that thing goes away. I think we can just leave this door, just paint it. Paint the door and the trim, whatnot. Same here, this door seems to work fine, just paint it. Yeah. Yeah, so new floor, bathroom. Tile's pretty rough, but it's not too bad. It's cracked over here, but that's not really repairable. I mean, it is, but we don't have this tile. So fixing that is pretty, I mean, honestly, we have to just see if we can clean this up, make it look decent, this tile, and determine what to do from there.